Marriage is one of the most important decisions you will take in your life. It requires a serious commitment that's made between two right people for the right reasons. If you're watching this video, I'm assuming that you are looking to spend your life, not a few days or months, with a special woman. Of course, there's absolutely nothing wrong with flings and casual relationships. But, if you're looking for something long-term, such as moving in or marriage, you need to keep your eyes and ears open for signs she will be a bad wife. It's easy to be blindsided when you're in the initial stage of your relationship. Most people are guilty of seeing their partner through rose-tinted glasses and regret their decision a few years down the road. You may have heard of jokes that a man transforms after becoming a husband or a woman changes once she's married. They're pure garbage. Sure, people change, but not completely transform into someone else. Therefore, it becomes crucial to identify the bad wife signs early in the relationship to help you save time and money. What makes a bad wife? A bad wife is always defined by one sign: egotism. A bad wife is someone who doesn't make effort in the relationship or doesn't contribute to making the relationship good and healthy. She is someone who doesn't respect her husband and doesn't prioritize him. She is often critical, but hardly gives time for effective communication. If you are observing these characteristics, check out some glaring signs below. 15 warning signs she will be a bad wife. If you are looking for bad wife traits or bad wife signs, you might start by listening to these qualities of a bad wife, as they may come in handy. Number 1. She has commitment issues. Marriage is a commitment of a lifetime. You promise your partner to share your life with them and be with them during the good and the bad times. It's a pretty big deal. Before you decide to take a plunge, evaluate your future wife's attitude towards commitment. Does your wife constantly bounce from one job to another? Does her BFF keep changing every few weeks or months? It's a sure-shot sign that she's not interested in making long-term commitments. There's nothing wrong if you're at that stage in your life where you're trying different things to figure out who you are, but that's not the kind of stage you want your potential spouse to be in when you tie the knot. According to a statewide survey conducted in Oklahoma, it was found that one of the biggest reasons for divorce is commitment, 85%, followed by arguing, 61%. I mean, how can you plan a life with someone when they can't even plan what they'll be doing next week? Number 2. She pushes you to change yourself. How often does your potential wife make you feel bad about yourself? If you find yourself avoiding this question, or giving lame excuses, please know that she's not the one for you. After all, your partner is supposed to love you for you. Yes. You want your partner to take care of themselves and eat healthily, so when she sees you wolfing down junk food, she can gently remind you that you could hit the gym or eat a salad instead. However, if she constantly tries to change everything about your personality or appearance, it's a sign both of you aren't going to be happy with each other. And either, or both, of you will realize this after a few years of marriage, when everything would be incredibly complicated and messy. Number 3. She's selfish. This not only applies to marriage, but also to relationships. Any long-term commitment requires consideration and compromise from both partners. You could be a fabulous boyfriend who takes care of every whim and desire of his girlfriend, but does she do the same? Does your future wife think about herself? If yes, it's going to cause serious marital strife. Understand that once you get married, you become equal partners, and you need to take care of each other. End of discussion. Without the same kind of reciprocity, you'll start resenting them. And it will drive both of you apart faster than anything else. It's pretty easy to tell if someone is just about themselves, even during the first few dates. The next time you see that happen, know that it's time to call it quits. Number 4. She parties way too much. There is nothing wrong with a person who loves to party, but some people are mad party enthusiasts. Most girls who love to party hit the club 3 days a week, drink, and party like there's no tomorrow, but they know that their party schedule might change after marriage. However, Some women aren't ready for that change, and unfortunately, they don't realize that in time. So if you are a person who likes his drinks quiet and loves the idea of long walks and a soothing backdrop for dates, and she keeps juggling clubs every night, you might want to give it a long thought before saying I do. Most guys want to spend a decent amount of time with their wives regularly. Sure, you and her can go out and enjoy yourself with your respective set of friends from time to time. But if she prefers dancing the night away with strangers to spending some time with you, it's a sign that she's not ready to be in anyone's life. If she still enjoys the parties like a college student, that's completely fine. But you don't want to be that husband who has to beg his wife to stay home to spend some time with you. 5. She has major trust issues. There's no way around this one. This is one of the most important elements of a lasting, healthy relationship is trust. If you don't trust each other, your entire relationship would feel like walking on eggshells. She doesn't trust you when she's your girlfriend. Does she check upon you, who you're hanging out with, and accuses you of lying to her? Well, that's not going to change after you're married. A survey from one poll found that 10% of married women don't trust their husbands, and 9% of these women spy on their social media accounts and emails. A ring on her finger isn't going to magically make her trust you even when you've been the most loyal and committed guy on the planet. You can't possibly walk down the aisle when you haven't even established basics like trust. Number 6. She's always right. Does your relationship look more like a match than a relationship because your girlfriend likes to keep scores? It's going to be a rough ride. It's one thing to sometimes agree to disagree, and another for you to be a doormat for your partner to walk over you. You share many things in marriage, your room, your house, but what you don't share is your mind. You're allowed to have your opinion. If your future wife doesn't let go of things until you admit she's right, it will make you exhausted. Additionally, you'll avoid bringing up anything because you'll be afraid of bringing anything up liable to start a fight. After all, it would be too much. And believe me, that's not something you want in your marriage. You want to establish a healthy communication channel and want your partner to understand you. Number 7. She tries to cut you off. Has your girlfriend told you not to talk to certain people? It could be anyone from your neighbor or your best friend, whom you've known for 20 years. It could even be your family. When a woman does that, she usually expects you to devote your life solely to her and not nurture any other relationships. It is one of the most visible bad wife signs that you can't ignore. While your relationship with your wife should be one of the most important relationships of your life, by no means does it mean that you should cut off all ties with other people. Spotting a woman like this is easy, right? Wrong. Your girlfriend will not ask you to stop hanging out with these people. Instead, she'll subtly pull you away from your loved ones by manipulating you and planting tiny seeds of doubt. She may even tell you to prove your love for her by choosing her over them. Or she may find ideas to keep you away from your friends and family or allow you to meet them once every few months or years. In her supervision, of course. If you find yourself unable to hang out with anyone and can't figure out the reason, it's because you've been manipulated. Number 8. She makes you feel bad about yourself. Your partner isn't perfect, and they will make mistakes and say things they don't mean when they're angry. But at the end of the day, they're supposed to be your biggest cheerleader and strongest support system that you can fall back on. They should support you and help you grow by making you feel valued, loved, and taken care of. They should have your back, especially when it feels like the entire world is against you. If your potential wife constantly makes you feel bad about yourself, all those comments are clear bad wife signs. I mean, the world is quite horrible already. Why would you want the person closest to you to make you feel awful all the time? So if you have noticed bad wife signs in your current partner, you might want to do something about it. Number 9. She does not spend quality time with you. Quality time with spouse is one of the most essential elements of a successful relationship. If your wife is not mindful of spending time with you, or even worse, avoids you, This is not a good sign and the relationship is most likely to get one-sided. Number 10. You have different values. You both have different sets of beliefs and values. It could be interests, worldviews, religion, or anything else. If you both are not aligned or if she doesn't play the role in aligning her interests with yours, this could be one of the signs of a bad wife material. Number 11. You aren't your best self around her. You don't feel good and positive around her. You feel judged and it doesn't give you a good feeling to communicate or spend time with her. You could also feel you are not your real self, which can be one big reason why she is not the best match for you. Number 12. She is not loyal. If you have dealt with her unfaithfulness in the past, this is one of the signs and symptoms of a bad wife and most likely, it means she is not right for you. You must have already been heartbroken. Therefore, to trust her again with all your heart might not be possible. Number 13. She never takes responsibility for her actions. If she loves playing the blame game and most of the time blames you for the wrong actions, this is a rather strong sign she will be a bad wife. According to her, she can hardly be wrong and when she is, she will put it on you. Number 14. Initiating communication is one-sided. Do you always feel that you are the only one talking? Observe that if you are the only one initiating all conversations, but she never does or hardly participates in the conversation with you, this means that the most important pillar of your relationship, communication, is weak and she is not the right match. Number 15. It gets hot and cold. If your relationship is nice with her sometimes and the other times, she gives you a cold shoulder, this is not the sign of a healthy relationship. So, observe if her behavior is consistent with her. Thanks for watching and don't forget to subscribe, follow, like and share this video.